Thank you so much. I'm super excited right now to be talking with Manish Kapur, who's the Senior Director of Products and Solutions at Sonar. Welcome.
Thank you, Christina.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Sonar. What does Sonar do?
So first of all, it's a great conference. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed the keynote from Satya yesterday and from Scott today.
Yeah.
We talked about GitHub Copilot and a lot of AI noise here. So talking about Sonar, some of you may not know what Sonar is doing. So we are a company based in Switzerland, and we are focused on empowering developers to write clean code, code that results in software which is secure, reliable, and maintainable. So imagine, Christina, if all applications that are being developed, software applications, run flawlessly. There's no bugs, no security issues, perform like expected, right? Developers are doing fantastic job. Operations doesn't have to come into picture. Everything runs smoothly.
I love this fantasy that you're painting. I love this fantasy.
That's exactly what we are trying to achieve. It's a difficult problem to solve, but we are trying to help developers write better code, whether it's code written by developers or written by AI coding assistants such as GitHub Copilot. We are making sure that the code which is sent to production for running is clean and functions as expected.
Okay, so let's talk about the AI-generated code a little bit, because I work at GitHub. We make GitHub Copilot. What has been the impact that you've seen, and you can be completely honest with us, of the AI code generators, and what impact have you seen in those tools?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So I think first and foremost, GitHub Copilot has been around for just about 2 years, little over 2 years. And it's amazing to see how productivity has increased for developers.
For sure.
So definitely there's a lot of happiness among developers. There's increase in productivity. Almost more than 1 million developers, I heard Scott mention in the keynote, today, are using it. And they save about 3 to 4 hours a week in terms of time that they can spend somewhere else. So it does help them write code faster. It does help them expedite routine tasks so that they can focus on higher value tasks, things better. And then it's also allowing new developers to pick up programming and write code faster.
Right.
So there's democratization of coding happening. But as you can see with new developers writing code, there comes a question of responsibility.
I mean, this is the big trade-off, right? I mean, that's why I think what you're saying, with great power comes great responsibility, right? There are trade-offs, so talk to me about that.
Yep, so there are some stats here from GitHub. They talk about developers can code 55% faster. They feel more fulfilled. So it's all good, mostly good, but there are some things which you need to worry about.
Right.
And those are basically, you need to make sure the code being produced is not only produced at a good speed, but the quality of the code should be good as well. So doing the responsible thing. So making sure the code is reliable, making sure it is secure, there are no security bugs, like we talked about an application which runs flawlessly.
Right.
There's no technical debt, there's no churn of code, it can be maintained. So those things are pretty important.
They're very
for production
important.
applications.
Absolutely.
So what we do is basically help improve the developer's code.
Okay, so how do you do that? Talk to me about this.
So this is a high-level architecture diagram of how things work. So starting on the left, we have developers using their own IDE, whether it's whether it's Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio. In there, they have GitHub Copilot, and alongside they have Sonar Lint, which is a free IDE extension from Sonar. So as they write code, Sonar Lint's like Grammarly extension starts checking the code and tells you whether the code is correct or not, whether it can be improved, whether it can be made better. And then the Sonar Lint connects with your GitHub repository, and where you can run GitHub Actions, and Sonar Cube and Sonar Cloud run as part of continuous integration pipeline and detect code issues in the pipeline as the pipeline runs, and tells you about security issues, bugs, or any code quality issues that can surface in the code repository. So basically, we make sure, starting from the IDE to your branches, main branch, and every pull request gets analyzed, and we have secure code, high-quality code, which gets shipped to the production. We want to make sure no bugs get through to the production, so that there's less pain, less cost of remediation. Once it goes to production, it's expensive, it's risky, it's not the responsible thing to do.
Definitely. No, and this is great. And I love this. Like, it's a linter, and then it's also part of your CI/CD pipeline.
Exactly.
So it's going from every single stage of the development process end to end. That's great.
Yeah.
This is really, really exciting. All right. Thank you so much for being here and talking with us. For more information about Sonar, you can check them out in the featured partner directory. Have a great build.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.